Silver Fern Farms has come a long way in the past 12 months. After more than 150 years of exporting carcasses and bulk cuts, New Zealand finally has a major meat production company focused on their marketplace. The plate-to-pasture approach, where production is driven by the requirements of the consumer, has been warmly received by suppliers, shareholders and customers alike. The company has adopted new technology, a new outlook and a new brand. Professor David Hughes from London's Imperial College is a leading international commentator on food business trends.
Look, in New Zealand, you've got so much going for you. You've got a great base to develop a closer working relationship with your customers and the customers' customers. You've got a safety record which is brilliant in many respects. I mean, relative to the UK, for goodness sake, we've done everything we can to damage the reputation with our consumers. But you've got a terrific world-class record of supply chain integrity and food safety, and that's well recognised.
The new Silver Fern Farms brand is using this reputation as a boost into the many lucrative markets around the world.
In many cases, consumers around the world want to pay more for more. What do they want apart from low prices? The authentic one, the really tasty one, the particularly safe one. There's a small percentage who might want the organic one. But there's all sorts of things. And I think that New Zealand is well placed to provide these attributes other than just low price. The linkages you've got with Marks & Spencer's, with Tesco, with Migros from Switzerland, with Tesco. These are world-class players, and you're developing close relationship. Why wouldn't you want to do more of that? I know that's the future.
The launch of the Silver Fern Farms brand is designed to allow these major world retailers to present the story New Zealand has to tell. A Silver Fern Farms product represents purity, quality and great taste. Consumers can have confidence that the product was grown in a clean, natural environment by New Zealand farmers.
We celebrate farmer ownership of our business, as indeed I hope you do. And I think, sincerely, going forward, as consumers around the world increasingly want to know where their food comes from, they want to relate to those who produce the food. They don't want to know it comes from some sort of morass in the middle there. They want to relate to farmers, and I think they want to embrace farmer ownership of production and of the marketing. And that's what you've got.
New Zealand red meat farmers know they produce an exceptional product. But the food requirements of the rapidly growing world population are increasingly being met by cheap mass-produced chicken and cheap fish protein raised in huge aquaculture operations. Other large red meat producers such as Argentina and Uruguay also pose a threat to our markets.
Now I think we're going to see a real battle in the meat industry, a real sort of bare-knuckled, eye-gouging, elbowing battle between industrially produced chicken and industrially produced fish, so aquaculture. And we want to be, this room, want to be as far away from that battle as you possibly can be, because you just won't be able to compete.
For New Zealand farmers to prosper, Silver Fern Farms must place their product at the high-quality upper end of the market, where consumers want to identify and trust the source of the finest meat.
And then, if I look at the more international competitive situation, the growth of international players at retail. So great big players, the Tesco's, the Carrefour's, the Walmarts of this world. Look at McDonald's in its wider spread. And those major international retailers, they're not teddy bears. They're grizzly bears. And they need to be suppliers to them. You need to be sophisticated, understand their customer base, and have some physical size too, or else they'll just tread on you. So, what's the issue for New Zealand going forward? You're not the lowest cost producers. Increasingly, you won't be for your products, for beef and for sheep and lamb products. So, we're moving from a more supply push to a demand pull, and it's a journey. And it takes courage and resilience, and money, and a lot about this will be about investment into the future. But I don't see, personally, I don't see any alternative.
Silver Fern Farms is moving in a new direction. A direction that will optimize your returns from production of the world's best red meat. It's your company. It's your future.
A large part of your business going forward is going to be a similar orientation to what we've had in the past, but we'll see a sort of evolutionary expansion of this sort of consumer-driven, value-added approach to meat marketing. And I think it's about time. And I just sort of challenge you to take that responsibility, to move forward, to back this strategy, and to back the board and senior management's suggestions, recommendations for the future. For my mind, it's just commonsensical.